And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Rob Zombie thumps, dude.
Yeah, I'd go see him. How was it?
Fun.
Was it fun?
It was fun. The mushrooms didn't do... I didn't have, like, any great epiphanies or anything.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Sorry.
I couldn't zone it. My big thing, what they did the last time that got me excited, was I was able to disconnect from everyone I was with.
But you were with?
In the sense, same people.
Oh, same people.
It was the same exact people. It was Josh, Justin, Christine. I was able to, like, just zone into the show and be super into the show, and I couldn't do that this time.
Why?
I don't know. I just couldn't. I was...
How was Hamburglar and fucking Dog Whisperer?
They were great.
Were they good?
They were great. Justin had a good time. Everybody had a great time.
They had a good time? No.
I think Christine had an okay time, I think. She had a good time.
You had a good time, Christine?
The show's great. Like, Alice Cooper puts on a phenomenal show, and Rob Zombie puts
And that
on
girl,
a phenomenal show.
I mean, I'll
oh, yeah.
all of us. I said in front of Christine, I go, I don't feel bad saying this in front of Christine because she would say it too. I would just turn it all around for her tomorrow.
I said, I'd go be her roadie.
Alluring.
Who?
Nita Strauss. We looked her up last time we went, and I showed her to you. She's unreal.
Yeah.
How hot she is. On stage. I've seen plenty of pictures of her off stage where you're like, all right.
She just performs her ass off.
But she's just sexy as shit playing that guitar on stage.
Is she married? Is she a
Yeah.
lesbian?
She's married.
She's married to a...
Her manager, drummer guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. But man.
So she settled for less?
But she is so hot on stage.
That's what I love about, like, rock star girls. They always settle for the less.
Oh, because there's still some guy that gets him under thumb. Oh, she's far more popular than he is, without a doubt.
She's hot.
What's his thing? What's his... It's like a drummer for something. You're like, oh. And you see him, and he's like, all right. I guess.
Yeah.
He got in her head early.
Yeah, you gotta get in early, dude.
You gotta get
right
in
when
early.
they get off the bus.
Yeah, he got her when everyone's calling her a dumb dyke. She probably had a bad haircut, and like they're like, "Oh, you look like a dumb lesbian playing guitar." And then she figured out. Oh,
they got engaged in 2023.
You know, his father owns like a fruit stand in an Italian section of wherever he's from.
She's stunning.
Giuseppe, bring her over.
Yeah. Hey, this is my girlfriend. Super amazing guitarist.
Yeah, he has to cook.
Yeah, I love her.
Shay cooked last night, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, you did? There you go.
What happened?
That's nice. You cooked last night, and you made up for the fucking lemon shitty dish from that crappy recipe.
Yeah, it was bad.
I talked to my therapist about it today.
No, Christine, it's not your fault. Christine, it's not your fault.
Why?
It's not your fault.
There's so many bigger fish to fry with your therapist, probably.
He was looped into other things.
First of all, why are you the only one going to therapy in this relationship?
I don't know.
Why?
Neither does my therapist.
I love that Jay is like, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I have actual medical issues.
Listen, dude, you should go to therapy.
Yeah, that you take psych meds for.
If I get you like 4 sessions with Alan, will you go?
No, not Alan.
No.
Why not Alan?
Therapist for the stars.
Yeah.
Just go to Alan.
Everyone's therapist.
Just go to Alan before me.
So
You
you
go.
can hear me cry.
You go, and then I go, and then we come and do double bonfires, double B's.
Jay, you don't want a therapist who has 17 different views of the same event?
Oh yes,
Why don't
that
you
sounds
shut up?
fantastic.
You need therapy too, you lonely ass.
I mean,
We're
anytime
talking
you get
about Jay, Bobby.
I'm gonna send
anytime
him.
you get into like a bickering match with another comic who you know goes to that therapist, you're like, well, I know you've already heard what an asshole I am. Let me tell you what an asshole they are now.
Dude, I had to follow the regs one day.
Oh.
I was just like, I'm gonna just go. You got it. You know, it's Lewis.
You got it.
You got it.
Is that a Lewis uses too?
No, Lewis doesn't go to therapy.
He has. Yeah.
Not to Alan.
Not to Alan.
No.
Yeah, Alan like yeah, no way.
Well,
It
there
just
was
feels
that weird thing with Fenoya, which was weird.
What, he molested Fenoya?
No. That he met a guy at a Grateful Dead concert who was like, I know about you, and he started telling Mike like some things he said in therapy. He goes, yeah, I'm friends with Alan.
No.
Swear to God.
No way.
On my life.
No.
I swear to God.
I'm gonna find
Bobby, your therapist's a snitch.
He's a he's a snitch.
And Mike was like, wait, what do you mean? He's like, I know about you.
Yeah, I know about you.
And I'm like, that's a fucking crazy thing to say.
You and Jay lie naked on the bed, tummy time.
I know. He
Yeah,
knows.
he knows.
He knows.
And he doesn't want to do it, but he does it.
He knows the good stuff. Man. look at how much better looking she is than her husband.
He looks like a dildo.
He's not that. I mean, he's all right looking, but
No, he's not a bad looking guy.
not a
She's just unreal hot.
Oh, she has the fucking Jacob hood.
She's wearing a Jacob hood. Kirsten, why don't you get one where they cover her face completely?
She's beautiful. I like the face cover.
All right, we can see her tits and puss.
Wow.
You can't see her puss.
Wow.
She's wearing pants.
Wow. She has a guitar in front of her puss.
I saw it.
Alice
the
Cooper
outline.
always puts together an awesome band.
Oh yeah. And they're older. These are they're like road dogs. His
Yeah.
band's like older dudes, almost all of them except for her.
You better have it
Does
together
he have
if
a
you
like
play
a
for him.
Does he have an electric chair with wheels? So does he have to walk around so much, or does he just stand in one place like Kiss?
Alice Cooper
Yeah.
kills it.
Kills it.
Alice Cooper puts on such a fucking phenomenal show. He kills it.
He moves.
Oh yeah.
He's
All
great.
over the place.
He's not like Ozzy where he just bobs his head.
Not even sort of. No, he works the whole stage. He does the whole. They still at the end. They do. It's not. Is it Schools? No, I forget the song they do. Oh, he does Bowditch White Fry, and then they have him in the. He comes out and sings that whole song in the
Straight Jacket.
and then his wife comes out, and they do the whole. God, I love this song too.
This looks like a fun concert.
It's
He's
so
great.
fun.
By the
We
way,
saw it twice.
both
It's just
times,
phenomenal.
both times I saw it, when Alice Cooper's over and you go to the bathroom and stuff, you go, "Holy shit! I can't believe there's still a whole Rob Zombie concert." Like he does it.
It's such a headline.
It's a headline set he does. But at the end of this, he still does a thing where his wife is hot. I gotta see what she looks like because she comes out in that Marie Antoinette outfit with the zombie eyes, and she looks so hot. And it's his wife, and she puts him in the guillotine, and she holds the head up and does the whole show. It's great, dude. It's complete theater.
Good thing about this is when he does die, he can still do concerts.
Is that her? She's pretty.
They're just gonna wheel him out and fucking bob his head around and put strings on his arms.
He's 76.
They've been together a long time.
He's an in shape guy though. He plays golf all the time.
Yeah.
Works out all the time. He's like an athlete for his age, I guess.
He's got great stories.
And she comes out and thinking she looks great.
That's pretty hot.
He's as old as my dad, who's been dead for 13 years.
I
Sorry.
interviewed him on SDR show. He was fantastic. He was great interview. He's takes it all not very seriously.
Sorry, Lou.
Fun, good guy.
God rest his soul. Holy shit! He just opened up and be like, "Dude, yeah, he's a good guy."
That's funny. That's weird because it's the anniversary of his death today, 9/11.
Jump
Oh,
to
you know
it.
what? We forgot yesterday. Is today 9/11? Today's 9/11.
Today's 9/11.
God bless all.
We'll
of
never
you.
forget.
Never forget.
And
bro.
you didn't forget.
Louis'
Look,
dad?
Not Louis. Well, his dad too, but 9/11 today.
it is. Never forget.
Never forget. That was 20.
I don't like to bring
years
it up
ago?
because Jacob, as you know, barely escaped the towers.
I watched it. It just
he
came
freaks
up.
out.
Stern finding out while they were on air, finding out that it was happening.
That's how
that clip
I-
just rolled up in my.
It's
feed,
literally
and
what
it's-
happened. I was driving home from New York at in the middle of I came up in the morning. I was out all night, and driving home by myself to New York is when I heard Stern say it, and I went home and saw it. And then Kevin Hart came over and we watched this. We saw the second tower. It was crazy.
I was in my trailer on the Jersey Shore shooting an episode of The Job, which was huge. I had my own trailer, and I was in my trailer listening to Stern, and I thought it was a bit. And then all of a sudden, I heard this shit happening outside.
Then the job got canceled, and it's really a lot of people. Sure, we know about the 3,000 people that died in the actual towers, but they don't talk about the losses and casualties that came outward. The job was canceled after that, Bobby. Your biggest gig to date.
It was the biggest gig as Luis,
Yeah.
but was the birth of Rescue Me, which was a better show.
Okay. So now
Through
we're
the-
actually happy 9/11 happened, or else you couldn't have been on.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't know if something's good or bad until later on,
Right.
And through the ashes of the town.
So currently now where you stand is, thank God 9/11 happened, or else you wouldn't have been on Rescue Me.
No, I wasn't on Rescue Me at all.
You just love the show.
Never been on it. I thought I would get on it. On the job, I was thinking in my head, "Oh, I'm going to be a recurring character."
Dude, the pressure I
And then
feel.
the buildings, the planes hit the building, and then the job was over.
Ay.
We had to go. They came to us they're like, "All right, everybody who has a car, you can leave. Everybody else who doesn't, we're going to actually put you up in motels." I was like, "I'm not going back. I'm not going to the city."
I wonder if Shane must be feeling the same thing that I'm
Awesome.
sure Dennis Lee, of course. I mean,
Looking
in
at
so
his
many
bank
ways,
account?
for sure. Yeah. No, but I mean, I definitely feel for the situation of like he's going to the game with us on Monday.
Okay.
We're going with him, I should say, and like in messaging him, even it was like because I keep telling you I was going to buy tickets if he doesn't go, but so I'm giving him the nudge of like, hey, I'm just finding out if you're going. I just want to see you, buddy. So if you don't know if you're going to go last minute, I'll buy tickets, and then last minute, let's just hang over. Because I think everything he's involved right now, like tires. How many times I've been asked, lets me know how many times he must get asked. Like, why are you not putting on? People are like, hey, you're not on tires yet. I'm like, they did 15-minute episodes. Like, relax. And it's also just like, so I'm saying the pressure of like people who don't like that must be coming at him constantly.
Yeah. Me personally, I would never expect to be on anything that anybody does because I know the casting process is such a.
Well, I said Ray
crazy
used
thing.
to have that with like Kay, who's always just kind of like, how come Kev's just not putting us in something? I'm like, I don't know, man. Well, you can't really like. I'm sure it's like there. We should be as we absolutely should be the 1,001 and first thoughts of this person like in a day of what's going on.
It's actually worse when they try to. When they try to force, like, I want my friend in it, it's worse. Because that's what Dane did to me. He forced me into some things, and they were like, I think it was Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
He was trying to get me to be the co-lead, like his friend in that movie, whatever the fuck movie it was. And I was like, dude.
Good Luck Chuck?
No, Good Luck Chuck. The, whatever the fuck it was, My Best Friend's Girl or some shit like that. He was trying to get me to be that. He was trying to use his power. Like, I want my friend Bobby. He's a great blah, blah. I was like, dude, I don't want to be that. Let me audition.
Of course, yeah.
And she actually said, I'm not going to, who is that? I'm not going to fucking date him. I don't even know who he is.
Ouch.
I mean, she's got a point.
What?
I'm just some fucking comic friend of Dane.
So what?
She's a star, and she wants another star to be in the movie.
Leah Remini had to pretend Kevin James was hot.
Yeah,
8
you're
years.
right. You know what? You're right.
It's called acting, bitch.
Yeah, you're right. She treated me like
Fucking
a bitch,
Nepo
too.
baby.
She didn't like me. Neither did the other one, too. What's the other one that was in the first one? that I
Edie
was in?
Falco.
Not Edie Falco. Loved me.
Oh.
Loved me.
Okay.
Loved
All
you
right.
more. I would say that.
Okay.
Okay. Who's the first one? All his movies are the same thing.
Oh, Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. We got in a little fight.
You and her?
Yeah.
Why? You in your
What was
mirrors?
she on
Your
there?
mirrors? You put the mirrors on your shoes. Look up her skirt.
Yeah. No. She was on the one I actually did. That I was.
Good Luck
I
Chuck?
did both of them. No, was it Good Luck Chuck? Yeah, Good Luck Chuck. But I walked up and I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And she goes, "What are you?" And I was like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Robert." She goes, "What are you?"
Hard. That's what you should have said.
I should have said.
What are you? Raging hard.
I go, "Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you." She goes, "What are you?" And I go, she beat me. I was like, Italian Irish. She goes, "Oh, I thought you were Spanish," and that was it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I thought she meant like
What is your
are you
job?
a comic? Are you an actor?
Yeah.
Like, are you?
What the fuck are you my water bitch? Because if you are, get me water, bitch.
It's like, is the crew talking to me?
Yeah.
I do have crew face. I have PA vibe.
Are you wearing headphones? If you're wearing headphones, you have PA vibe.
I really do have. Can you get me a fucking pancake and a cup of coffee vibe?
Absolutely.
No, but it is that thing of when the last one, the Kate Hudson one, the director was like, we are looking for somebody. They want star power, and they want people who are going to buy tickets to see everybody. I get it. Let me audition. Don't do that. And the director was fucking hated me because of it, because I was his friend, not an actor that he picked.
Of course.
So now there's this fucking weird thing on set.
Is that a lot of people, they say behind the scenes hated you on Louis, because like Louis was just like, he's playing my brother, and like everyone on the crew like fucking did not like you, and it's not your fault. Like he made you the part, but on set you're like a pariah. Everyone doesn't like Bobby Kelly because he just got the role.
It's
crazy.
I never heard that. I don't know. Is that a true thing? Is that real?
Well, yeah, BTS, just total behind the scenes though.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
saying this is like
I never felt that.
people. No, they're not going to do that. They were professional staff. Pig Newton.
Not your fault.
Totally professional
First
crew
of all-
over there. So, but the thing is, but behind the scenes, everyone was just kind of
I
like,
hated my guys.
we could have had anybody to play this brother. Anyone. People were dying for the role, and then it's Bobby Kell, and then Bobby walks in. No, it was, hey, Bobby. No, you're doing great. That one thing when you cried that one time.
I mean, I didn't hear that, but I guess that might be true. That might be a fact.
Hardcore fact.
Okay, great.
Everybody
Thanks.
on
Yeah.
the set. I thought this was lore in Hollywood at this point. Everybody on set hated Robert Kelly.
Somebody was on Reddit.
Yeah, well, they knew you're not a guy who's willing to play ball. They saw they saw Dane Cook's show, Tourgasm.
Every fucking thing I'm doing, you have to somehow get in and break a rule.
This guy's gonna come break a rule.
I tell you,
You're Team Jay Davis all day.
I saw your clip from Louis today.
Oh yeah, he posted. He sent
Yeah.
me. He linked me in it. So
Yeah, I actually did. He didn't.
did you?
I linked it. Yeah.
Is that true?
That's 100% true. Yeah, he doesn't even know who you are. Skank something.
I bet he has to do this. Jay, when he sees me.
No, he loves you. I actually was talking about you yesterday. I went to his house.
Oh,
We talked about you. It's very nice.
He went to his house, huh?
I went to his house yesterday. It was his birthday. Went
Oh,
over and said hi. Yeah.
oh.
And we talked.
Smoke a bat.
No, he doesn't smoke cigars.
Okay.
No, he doesn't do. I think he does some stuff.
Well, I
though.
think he's got to pick up some new vices. You know
think
what I mean? He's not do the old stuff.
I think he sculpts now. He paints.
He's like, Bobby, you want to smoke a cigar while I whack off in front of you? No, Lou. No, I know you call him Lou in person. No, Lou, not this time.
Not this time.
Not this time, bud.
What would he do though? Like if in the middle of all that heat, when he could just give you a show, if he was like, "Yo, dude, I'm gonna have to do this in front of you."
Oh, I would have let him jack off in front of me.
100%.
I laughed my ass off at it.
I wouldn't laugh. I'd lick my lips and make sexy face.
Oh no, I'm not going to give him what he wants. I'm not going to be a little dirty slut for him. But I mean, like, you're going to start pulling your wang. I'm going to watch because I'm going to go, what the fuck are you doing? You're just going to whack off. He goes, this is my thing. I go, yeah. Well, what do I get from this? And then if he starts laying out the things I'll get, I'll just accept them.
Well, maybe that's why you only got one role on Louis, and I was his brother.
Actually, I was on the show 3 times. Let's not make it a whole thing.
Sorry.
A utility player, they would call me. Although I started to worry, I go, hey, guess that truck driver that needed to take a shit in episode 1 pilot is the same guy who's a strip club DJ, and for some reason his voice says the N-word in season 3. Those are my 3 appearances.
At least you were the same size in every appearance.
Well, one of them I'm not in it at all. I'm just the voice saying the N-word. It's pretty crazy.
That's fucked.
Well, what was crazy was you recording that at the stand.
Well, it was time. It was in a timely fashion. He needed it.
In front of a live crowd.
He was doing it on his phone in the office, and I remember my our dishwasher Kofi walked down, and I was like,
I was like, you don't understand, it's acting. Anyway, I'll be right back. I mean, yeah. Because by the way, because they were like, you know, if you were doing it with like, if the word was laundry, they want you to go laundry.
Yeah.
Laundry. 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 And I'm just doing
But
that.
you just did it this way. Laundry. Laundry. Motherfucking laundry.
So much laundry. Oh, God. All this laundry.
Laundry's so loud.
I'm not going to a movie theater with those laundries.
Laundry walks so slow in front of my car.
Neighborhood was great till all this laundry moved in.
My daughter's not dating a laundry. Oh, yes, she is.
What? One thing I said. Oh, your pop-pop's rolling over in his grave with dating this laundry.
it was great how they used it though.
How did they use it? I don't forget.
He's in they're in like a
Museum.
interactive
laundromat?
museum, an interactive like museum.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there's
I
like
saw
one
that.
of the things says don't push the button.
It's great.
And then he pushes it and it's me saying the N-word and then
That was
everyone
you.
Yeah. Everyone looks at him. You can bring it up. I nail it. I
It was
don't mind being
one of the funniest episodes, one of the funniest scenes in Louis.
and he pushes the button and it says that and then everyone turns around and looks at him with like a what the fuck and he's like no it's a and he pushes it again and it's just like a cow sound, just like animal sounds after that, never repeats the word again. But for a while, eventually went away because I've looked for it at times. But I had a voice memo on my phone that was always just that, like 2 straight minutes of me saying the N-word.
Of laundry.
I think I got rid of it when I was like, I think that's not good to have anymore.
This is a funny episode.
Why it says press?
See, you could hear the timbre in my
press
voice.
The thing because it says press, you would not have survived the camps.
Why? Why is it?
Dude,
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say
Press
press?
the art button. Enjoy.
Nigger. Whoa. No, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. It's the button. Listen. Okay. No. Wait a second.
By the way, what's funny is in 2 episodes, I'm just realizing I play a person or a voice that eventually they mistake
For something else.
for him.
For him, right?
The first one, I'm banging on the door to say I got to take a shit while Chelsea Peretti's in the bathroom, and then and I guess I bail, like she's taking too long, so I just like leave, and he's just still standing there,
Right.
and then she comes out and thinks it's him. And then the other one was a strip club DJ. That's what they played today
That was today.
with Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin. Did you meet him?
We got to make amends even for an argument he didn't know we were in. But he was nice that time. Dude, he came to the cellar a few years before that when I was there every night.
Yeah.
And I went on towards the end, and he was off the wagon. He was hammered. Came in with his, you don't remember this night? This was a pretty big story. Like there, he came in with his, when he was like nanny, he was with the nanny he was fucking, or was maybe his wife at that point. And they came in, they got hammered at the cellar, hammered. And he, and I was on stage, and he was doing this to a bunch of comics. He was like trying to like interfere with their set, almost like jumping, stepping on punchlines and stuff. And it was really weird and awkward. And when I went on stage, I was just like a little shitty. But at one point, I was like, "Hey, dude, like you're already Robin Williams. Like, can you not fucking like I'm not Billy Crystal, dude. Like, I don't know. We're having this back and forth like on Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg. And we did a weird. And when I went outside, I was like, I think I'm gonna punch Robin Williams in the face. And then outside, Steve and Big Daddy Steve were like, no, relax. And I was like, fuck that guy. And they were like, dude, he's out of it. And then they had to put him in a car that night, like someone had to put him in a car. He was so fucked up, and then he got clean again, like right after that.
It'd be so great if you punched Robin Williams in the face.
It would have been a great story. But he doesn't have any recollection of that night or what he did to me at all. He moved on probably moments later, but it stuck with me ever as a fuck Robin Williams. And then when I saw him in the thing, he was just like, hi, it's nice to meet you. And I was like, all's forgiven. I'm over the whole thing, honestly. You're Robin Williams. This is crazy.
Probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met in the business.
Well, when he's sober and not fucking 2 knuckles deep into his dumb nanny.
I met him one time at the cellar, and the next time he came back, I was down in the hallway, and he goes, hey, Robert. And I was like, what? He's like, Robert, right? And I was like, yeah. I go, you remember? He's like, yeah. How's it going? I'm like, good. How are you? He's like, I'm great. Good to see you. I was like,
good. I've been thinking about getting into jerking off and hanging myself. Do you think I should do that? And Bobby was like, yeah, man, whatever gets you through the day, man.
He came in one night with Colin. It was me, Keith, Norton, and Colin. And he came in and sat down, and he went into Robin Williams mode. It might have been when he was drunk. He started.
Bobby, you got a bald head.
But he started doing that to Colin, and we were laughing so hard. He kept going, making fun of Colin. Colin got so pissed he was going to punch him in the face. Oh, Colin Quinn! Oh, tough crowd! It's a tough crowd! Ooh. And we were.
I read the news.
I mumble. Colin was like, all right, buddy, okay.
Robin Williams was the opposite of funny.
He was all right.
Nope, never at any point was he very, very funny.
Jay, was that the night where they had to carry him out? Like,
Yeah.
for like everybody took
Yes.
a limb?
They put him in a cage, yeah. He was obliterated.
So he was in the audience, and then people just grabbed his arm, his other arm, his leg, and
I think when the show was over, I was like towards the end of the show. I always went like second to last or last.
but they lifted him out.
They had to put him in a car, yes. Had
I
to be
think he was
placed in a
funny
car.
when he hosted things.
No.
Yes. When he just did stupid, silly shit.
Like what? That's all it was stupid, silly shit.
I don't think his stand-up was that funny, but I think his...
And then you go in the corner, and there's a black guy there. Hey, my man, what it be looking like? And then there's a gay guy going, oh, do tell, and something, and sizzle sauce, and everything's so silly, sassy, silly. And then the black guy goes, hey, man, what did homo do? I'm looking around my man, Jack.
You know what? Maybe,
Jacob does love it.
maybe you're right. Maybe he wasn't funny.
He fucking
Please. You were too old for Mrs. Doubtfire, so you didn't appreciate it. Mrs. Doubtfire is legendary.
a children's movie.
Him as a genie in Aladdin, legendary.
Children's
Good
movie. You're
actor.
talking about children's movies.
He's a good actor.
But
He's
if
a
you were
phenomenal
child
actor.
And you grew up with Robin Williams, you love him.
I grew up with him. Mork and Mindy was not funny. He was not funny.
Mork and Mindy, for the time.
You just watched it. You just watched it because it was on. Happy Days isn't really funny. That was just me knocking on the door. Mm-hmm. Look at me. What a little catalog I've been a part of.
Was that Ben's?
Ben's
Yeah,
Pizza.
that
When they
was
still
the
had a
most
bathroom.
disgusting bathroom in New York City.
It
Now
was
it's
gross.
boarded
Yeah.
up.
This
I
is
took
a-
a shit in it once.
This is a clip from Louis we're watching.
Yeah, this is
pilot.
Louis pilot episode. He's waiting for her to go to the bathroom.
Oh, peeing in that bathroom was so awful.
Oh, there's somebody. Christ, who's in there? Let's go! Come on! I gotta take a big dump out here.
Such a great show.
You know, hell with it. I'm gonna go in the van.
I'm gonna go in the van. What van?
Take a shit in a van. And then she's mad at him.
That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
And he sounded exactly like you. Where is he? Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and
You're
take your big dump.
the misdirect actor. That-
Could I be Louis? Maybe.
Maybe. Could you be a racist in a box? Sure.
Sure. Let's see. Here's my impression. I'm gonna whack off on you, Jacob. Was it like I was right here? Was it like he was here?
I believe I got tense.
It's just that voice. It's like Craig Gass. Just sort of sounds like Sam Kinison all the time.
You look so much like your Z-Rock character in that, but I thought, I mean, it was later than Z-Rock, but like not much later. So it's funny
No,
just
not
how
much later at
similar
all.
you look. I mean, when did Louis start? 2012? 2013? I can look it up.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I finished Z-Rock in 2010.
I
love
miss
that show,
shows
man.
in New York like
What?
that.
Z-Rock I loved.
Yeah?
I watched it. It was way
fun.
before I knew.
Where'd you
you
film
were a
that? Here,
stand-up.
right?
Mm-hmm. Brooklyn usually, and then second season was in the city.
They don't film shit like that in here anymore.
No, I mean, it was so fun. I mean, talk about not knowing anything about stuff. I was paid so crazy, non-union.
Can I tell you? Can you
$600 a week, and then
what?
season 2 they gave me. I got $200 more bucks
Oh, I thought
to
you got,
stay and like feed like wild lines to people, and then they fired me from that.
You got You got $800.
600 generally.
$600 an
800
hour.
a couple times.
Is that legal?
Yeah, and then I had to negotiate that they would pay for my parking.
You know how much I got for sex drugs?
No,
Yes,
10,000 episode.
I got 20,000 episode.
Really?
Yeah, the next year
Pretty good.
25.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I was
600
only
a week.
promised 25 an episode. I was only promised 25 an episode if I got the role of fat guy with fat girl on This Is Us.
Oh, that would have been a good show.
But the first contract, you gotta. I've only been it happened to me once, but when you get to screen test, you fill out the contract like you got the part. It's very strange.
You have to fill out. I've done it a few times where you
Time
fill out,
card, like a whole thing, like you already have the part.
You have
You're
a deal.
signing up. Yeah,
You have the deal, and then what people don't know too is when you get that money, that's your quote. So any show that you go to next time, they have to start at what you got paid at the last gig, which can fuck you sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
I
can
bet.
fuck you. Where it's like we would love you, but we can't pay you. your
I
quote.
wonder what that guy made by the end of the show. The show was so. I'm sure there was a renegotiation heavy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't get 25 grand for.
But back in the day when they did like 23 episodes for a
Yeah.
season, like Criminal Minds, there's like 20. What is it? 24.
SVU still does that.
I mean, you get one of those gigs, which was my dream gig.
That was the crazy thing about Supernatural. Wasn't Supernatural like 22 episodes
20
every season?
22, 23 episodes. That was my dream before the Bonfire.
Yeah. Your new dream?
This is my dream gig. I'm actually one of those key players on this show. I just kind of fit in where I need to fit in.
No, not at all.
I'm kidding.
You're Robert Kelly.
Yeah, that was if you could get one of those shows and then get 100 episodes, a few years in there, you're set for life.
I have to like acting.
Yeah, you have to. I love it.
I don't.
I love being on a set. I
hate that particularly.
love the trailer. I love
Not me. The trailer is my nightmare.
I love taking naps.
Oh, I can't
Acting is
sleep.
napping and then pretending.
I know.
And then eating and then taking more naps
Yeah.
and then pretending like you worked hard.
If you can't nap, if you're not a napper, the day really crawls on you, man.
Ooh,
it really crawls.
I'm a cat.
Well, what was funny was what I was just doing because I just hated sitting around was I would watch them. Like if it was 2 scenes filmed, 3 scenes filmed without me from the one I had to do and then the one we're closing on, I wouldn't like go sit in my car and this. I would just watch them film the stuff. just to go like, oh, you should say this, you should say that, and then someone was like, you're like writing on the show. Oh, that's what it was. They took a goddamn thing I did. You know, it's like free lines. You just get to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then they'll edit it together and figure it all out. And one of them, the cold open, I made a joke that was just like off the cuff. One of the takes they took as a joke. And then it became, that's when someone was like, you should see if you can get some money for that, because it ended up being like the plot line
of the
show. Like a joke I made, which was like I shouldn't say the plot line, but like the full run. It was a girl, they were like a pregnant woman that woman just came here looking for David. And I was like, why? So he can get his jacket back or his coat back? Because it was like a mink coat or something she was wearing, a very girly coat. And I made a joke, like, that was the joke I made. I go, why? Because he wanted to get his coat back. And then it was like they thought she was pregnant and saying that the baby was his. And then at the end of it came out, when she wasn't telling him that, she was there to give him his coat back.
So they took your idea and
I was like, well, that was a joke I made. So like, how am I not writing on the show technically?
The story arc was your idea?
Yeah. I'm like, that seemed weird.
That happened to me
I would just watch the episodes. So when they came out, I didn't know how it was edited. So I remember watching it, I go, that's funny. They used that joke. And then when it wraps around later, it's like, I was just here to give you back your mink jacket. And I was like, wait a second. Just watching that at home, like, hold the fuck on.
They did that to me.
Writing room.
They did that to me on the 2-2. Do you remember the 2-2?
No.
It was
Is that a
what was it like?
Precinct?
It was called the 2-2. Robert De Niro and his partner show, CBS.
Okay.
And like a cop drama, Baywatch cop show, Hot Young, all the rookies type thing. And I was in the pilot, and during I was just a fucking cop. And the director was like, say something, do something, guys. He's going to say, the sergeant's going to say this, but then, say something. So I was like, some kid said his line, and I was like, all right, Wikipedia, enough out of you. They used that. That got me on the show. They were like, we want you to come back because you're good with improv. We need a guy like you. And that guy, they put him on the show as Wikipedia. That was his nickname.
Really?
In the show. His name was Wikipedia. So when you read it in the script, it was like Wikipedia.
He got a bigger part, and you named him?
And he would actually say shit from, like, facts every week, like he's Wikipedia. I got that guy a gig.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Well, it was good. We fought, dude. That was
fuck that guy.
One of the best gigs ever, dude. Just fucking. I had 3 lines a show.
You like being episodic, dude. I really. That's the thing. Like you did. Like you've done the run, and it's impressive. I auditioned for all these things. I just didn't get parts. But like SVU, Criminal Intent, regular Law and Order ever?
Yes.
Also regular Law and Order.
I believe twice.
Yeah.
I've done 4 Law and Orders. I believe Criminal Intent.
SVU was once.
SVU once. And I did Law and Order, I believe, twice, regular. One of them I did twice. I think it was Law and Order. Yeah.
That's fucking wild. And then it said all these like other shows you're saying, like the 2-2 and
yeah. Here's the thing. Once you get into casting, once you get in that mix,
oh yeah,
they're just like,
you're not wrong.
Solid.
That's literally how I got it. Was through auditioning for Louis. No. It was I just got the part to play in Crashing. Pete Holmes. He just gave me the part.
You mean Louis too?
I had me come. Yeah, I think they had me come read like for it or something. But like, I have to. And then Louis, I went in and just met with them sort of, and they were like, "We're gonna have you do the strip club DJ for this."
But Louis was before. Crashing was after Louis.
Yes.
Yeah, they did Crashing because it was like Louis.
No,
they wanted that
for
show,
sure. But I'm
yeah.
saying, but I was in the mix with Pig Newton Productions basically on that, and what made that great was one day we were just in LA out there, and they called me and they were like, "Will you?" There was that lady who was like, "Hey, you want to play a strip club DJ again in the J-Lo movie?" And I was like,
"Oh yeah."
What's like an audition on tape or something? They were like, "No." They're just like, "We've seen you play strip club DJ before. Like, you want to just do it again?" I was like, "Sure." So it's like that's like a cool way to get it. Like,
Louis' show actually helped me. Like, I would go into casting, and I was actually kind of treated like royalty because I was on that show. But when the shit went down with Louis,
you were a pariah.
I was part of that thing, and they just shut it down. I remember I got one audition out in Brooklyn, and I was walking by, and they would and I left my bag in the hallway down, and I came by and the door was open, and they were just talking shit about me, and I was like, bye, and they were like, oh, bye, and I was like, ugh. Yeah.
He can get past it for sure in life, Louis, all the stuff that happened, I suppose, and get through it. And like, you know, I don't think he's a terrible person by any stretch, and I think a lot of people don't. But does he ever not have the asterisk next to his name, or is it always be?
No, he could get past it because of everybody knows that what he did isn't what the other people were doing.
It doesn't matter.
To
some people, it doesn't matter. I'm saying, is there always going to be that asterisk? Or is it?
Yeah, he could get past it if he put something out, if he did something or released something. That
I think you have to get several things released before you get, because the first thing that gets released that's big, and if it's good and everything, there's still going to be like the negative around it.
He did a tour, a world tour, and it had no problems.
The fans are there.
So
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, but the fans are there. I'm saying, are the haters ever going to be like, when you hear his name, they don't right away go, oh, great, another thing for this terrible fucking piece of shit. Like, there's always going to be someone like saying that. That sucks.
Those people are going to be there no matter what.
Yeah.
But no, I think that if he wanted to do something, a movie, he would have to fund it, or he would have to do it himself again. And if he put it out, and because he's that good, his stuff he produces is so good, people would be like, this is unbelievable.
And Trump's America, you could jerk off on whoever you want.
Yeah, not in.
And that's why I'm voting twice.
Last night you saw it, right?
Oh, I saw it.
It was like a roast battle.
It was pretty good. She's ugly and he's dumb.
She went like this. This is funny. It was so weird not to have an audience, and then it was dead silence when they walked out, and she walked up. She goes, "I'm Kamala Harris," and he was like, "Hi," and then he went, "Good luck." It's like, what? Good luck. The fuck is good?
Have fun.
Yeah. No. Did he say have? Oh, he said have fun. Yeah, have fun. Have fun. He went, have fun. It's like, what the fuck is going on, man?
He's a weirdo, and his face, he's so unlikable.
He listens to the show, though.
He's so crazy unlikable, but I will.
Joe,
You think so?
I think he's a Bonfire fan, and I feel bad because I misdirected him with my
crackle.
With my crackle. I miss Dan. Bobby's all right. I like Bobby. I love the new show, but
his hair looks fantastic.
He actually talked about. Remember yesterday we were talking about the Ohio fucking Haitians.
Oh yes, yeah.
He brought that up as fact.
They're eating pets.
It turns out, and I apologize. I apologize to the fans. I didn't do my research either. Apparently, I set Trump up for a big stinker last night because that's not. There's no facts around that. Mm-hmm. I think they might have just took a couple people saying they're eating fucking dogs.
Yeah, I hear they're eating people's pets. The cats are missing. The cats are missing. I love it. That was a good bait for her, I'd say, more than anything else. But here's what, isn't it funny? Yeah. Could the world be more summed up, the United States right now be more summed up than this? Because she got the big endorsement from Taylor Swift last night, which is the big deal, because does she mobilize a bunch of 18-year-old girls who couldn't have given a shit about politics? And the answer is very much maybe. Or does Kid Rock still keep the middle of this country engaged? The United States has come down to really Taylor Swift versus Kid Rock. That's our actual election that's happening right now.
Yeah, well, I think...
Well, let's see the follower count on that.
The Swifties versus the Rockheads?
I think he's going to lose if that's the case. Don't forget Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah. The Hulkster's also over there. Yeah, but if we're going by just like musical, like who's like the iconic musical person there, Taylor Swift, Kid Rock, that's the closest he's got.
Well, Kid Rock has 1.3 million followers, and Taylor Swift has 283 million followers.
Okay, but hang on, but consider this. 280 million of those followers are children.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Everybody gave it a lot of thought. I was just more making a joke, and everybody's going,
I'm trying to think how many of those people are under 18.
I don't think that's the truth, Jay. That seems like you're giving some bad facts.
Okay, so let's cut it in half. And call it 141 million followers.
Yeah. Well, they were going to vote for her anyway.
Did you think I was taking the jump on that? Like Kid Rock was possibly doing better than Taylor Swift?
No.
Is that what were you fact checking to make sure that maybe?
Yeah,
okay.
That's factually incorrect.
Christine threw all of us over. We're like, that does make sense.
Okay, so he's only got 1 point, and she's got 283. Okay, all right.
Rock
So
just is so fucking unlikable.
What?
Kid Rock.
Shut
What?
the fuck up.
How dare you? Bobby
Are
is
you
a
out of your
friend of the
mind?
show.
Just so
Bob?
unlikable.
Bob?
Oh, yeah. Is he despicable? Because there's a picture of him hanging
I
in your
didn't
home.
say despicable. I said unlikable. And I didn't say he was
Look
rude
at-
or mean or untalented.
He was rude and mean to
He
me, and I
comes
still like
off
him.
He
unlikable.
doesn't like us, and I love him.
He just doesn't like my cigar choices.
He doesn't.
And I got the Hemingways, so next time we do meet, I'm prepared.
Oh,
Mr.
you're gonna
Rock.
Try again.
Bob.
I got a whole box of them.
Oh, Bobby.
No. We're going to be friends with Kid Rock for this day's over. I don't give a fuck who wins the election. I want to be friends with Kid Rock. I want to pick him up. You know what? If Kamala Harris wins, I want to be there to pick up the pieces of Kid Rock and put him back together. Dude, you're the cowboy, dude. What are you doing?
I would rather shoot guns with Kid Rock than hang out with Taylor Swift.
You're the early morning stoned pimp. Yeah, Taylor Swift, but she might genuinely mobilize
I saw Tim Dillon.
people to make a difference, I think.
Tim posted this with the bougie cat, and he said the cat's voting for Trump.
Cat looks like Tim Dillon.
The cat looks like Tim's cat.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Taylor
it's-
Swift
it's-
endorsement.
She's she's in the lead today by a hair, but everybody's saying that she took it last night. And I watched.
What is the
she was
value of those dumb numbers? She just moved a little bit ahead. Like, in what?
in the polls?
But, like, what does that mean?
Those are people who say I want to vote for her.
That's what I mean. We really have no idea. They just go, oh, it's head to head. They're pulling a little bit ahead now. In fictitious. Do you know what I mean? It's you're saying right now. It's like 50% of America thinks this team's going to win this week, and it's ridiculous. It means nothing.
We'll see.
Well, look, we will see.
I mean,
Everybody-
Hillary Clinton was ahead. Was supposed to win. It was supposed to be her.
No, that's almost my point. I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so you'll see.
that's the big point of it. Was Hillary Clinton that night was boring. I was like, this is going to be a boring night. Hillary Clinton's going to run away. Everyone's so stoked for the first female president. This is going to be an amazing thing. And then she got trounced.
Here's the
end.
problem: is people are afraid to say they're going to vote for Trump. When they
course.
do it, they're going to do it at the last minute,
Not
sneaky.
Noam's pretty stoked on
And just,
it.
I don't know if he's going to vote for
Huh?
Trump.
You
You
like
think
that?
he's going to vote for Trump?
What?
He's a Democrat.
Democrat with money.
Don't forget the Jew part.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, you said money.
You think Noam's not going to vote for? You think Noam's not the Trump? You're friends with him, right?
I'm very
You're very close with
very
Noam.
close with Noam.
And you are unaware if he's into Trump.
I don't know. He's a enigma.
You don't know?
He's an enigma wrapped in a puzzle, wrapped in a Rubik's cube.
That's a good impression. I love your Joe Pesci,
No,
goddamn.
that wasn't it. He's a the fucking Jew guy. He's an enigma. He's a fucking puzzle wrapped in a fucking Rubik's cube with mac and cheese on top.
You
dude.
can't throw me out. Estee's a monster and Noam's a hardcore
She's
trumper.
not a dude. She's fucking a nice lady, dude. What's good for you is good for you. What's good for me is good.
A nice
The
lady.
fuck kind of people are they?
I think
Estee's
I don't
a
know.
nice lady. That should be on a T-shirt.
She's you're a piece of shit. I don't talk about your club like that.
She's a nice lady. What club? The Stands?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
you should
on
hear the
all
way
of
he
them.
talks about him.
You talk about dumb fat Chris Italia? Fucking go to work on him.
Yeah, you're the best. Jay hates them all.
We lost the good one.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking wrong kid died.
Oh my lord. That should be a documentary.
Well, yeah, there has to have an ending to it first. The Kimowitz, we're talking about my manager getting murdered.
It's such a weird. I mean, I'm
years
surprised
ago.
somebody hasn't done one of those internet sleuth things.
Well, I'll tell you exactly why. There's no resolution. There's nothing's happened. He's just sitting in jail.
Yeah.
Like there's no trial yet. It's bananas.
But
How long this
can I ask you a
takes.
question? Because I wasn't, of course, as close to Kimowitz. I loved Kimowitz.
Sure.
I mean, one of the good guys in the business. Anytime I saw him, I was like sad because I knew the other one was behind him. But hey, Bob.
Well, if the other one was in front of him, you wouldn't know Dave was there.
That's true. Or the son. But the babysitter, he went home. The babysitter's there. The babysitter's boyfriend came there.
No. So
Isn't that a weird, like, what?
So what happened? It'll be. Listen, I think one day it will be like one of those true crime stories for sure. 'Cause I don't know if they have his interrogations or what, but the nanny had broken up with the boyfriend, but she had given him a key, unbeknownst to anybody in the family, which she was told not to do that.
Was he the Puerto Rican dude?
Yeah,
Right.
Her boyfriend, Colombian.
You know that your girlfriend, your daughter's boyfriend, that's his brother, right? You know they're related.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I know the brother of the guy who killed Natalie Holloway. He's a great dude too. Yeah, brothers, siblings don't always turn out the same way.
That's true.
But he, so Dave was celebrating, they were doing Patrick's birthday or a year at the stand or something.
It was Patrick's birthday. It
Patrick's
was right
birthday.
after Montreal.
Right.
And
Patrick's birthday, and he stayed, his family all
Was
went.
that right after I got that awesome pic of all of us?
Yeah.
No, I think that was a year before, actually.
I don't know. I think that was that year.
For the story, let's just say it was that year. It makes it better.
Yeah,
Jesus
it was.
Christ, I just got terrified. I thought there was something wrong with the equipment.
No, we can't fix this equipment.
No, Paco's face came in the door.
No, I know, but Paco's here to set up new equipment. This equipment's beyond fixing. There's no way to fix it. No one knows. Every time somebody comes in there, they just sit next to Lou and watch Lou, and then nothing happens different. It's pretty
working now.
fantastic. Yeah. Everything's fine now.
So what were you saying? I'm sorry for interrupting.
So Dave went home, and his family had gone. Thank God, like the whole family. Yeah, it's a very close family. Kimwitz's family. So they all went. All the kids and everybody went down to the shore, and Dave was just staying behind that night. And he's going down the next morning. He went home. The nanny had her own room. You know, they had like a nanny room downstairs.
Yeah, sex room.
Sure. Dave went up to bed. Guy came in, and he wanted to like torture and kill the girl who dumped him. So he just killed Dave to like. Just so he wouldn't get interrupted.
And he stabbed.
But if the kids and everybody was home, like everybody, I mean, maybe he found out that it was just Dave or something somehow. But I assume if he would have went in there and the whole family was there, he would have just gone nuts and like killed everybody. And
was he
and
stabbed
tortured her.
like a bunch of times or once?
The cop won't say.
You won't say. Oh.
The cop came out, and the thing in the cop. What did he write? It was something nutty. He was like, in the article, he goes, the police officer said, he goes, I don't want to explain what I saw in that room. I hope I never have to think about it again.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
And thank God, I mean, just really thank God the family wasn't there.
Yeah, and thank God Adam Berg's wife gave a speech at the living wake, wake at the stand. That was great too.
That was so funny. She's like, when I started in comedy.
Love, she sat down like a
young
Patrice.
girl. As I started as a young girl in comedy, one name sticks out to me. Dave Kimowitz.
I just remember I was standing next to Ari and I think you, and it was like someone went, "What the fuck is happening?"
Like, huh?
Huh? He didn't get tried already.
Huh?
How is it possible he didn't get tried already and sent away forever?
COVID, everything pushed off, and
I think there were like 21 counts, and he pled guilty to like 6 counts, and then not guilty, and then they tried to change it where he was then trying to make it out like it was a crime of passion, but all of the forensics show that that's not true. That Dave was in bed alone and she was downstairs. So it's been 5 years ago this happened. It's crazy.
5 years, guys just sitting there.
That's why I'm never getting a nanny.
I just wish Jersey had the death penalty.
It
really upsets me that
my
won't
manager,
die.
when my manager one time got off the phone with me very quickly, my manager now, and it was because he didn't want to tell me that in the moment he was interviewing nannies. He wanted to let me know that I'm like, buddy, I mean, get a nanny. I get it. Let's assume it's not going to happen with all nannies.
What if it happened twice?
Oh, can you imagine?
God.
What did happen to the nanny?
He chased her. She got away.
He tortured her for a few hours. And then at one point she had gotten away and got out front, and then he like tackled her on like the front of the house and finished stabbing her.
He made her watch Joe Matarisa's special.
Yeah.
Fucking guys.
Her last thing, and that's when she broke free and got out. She goes, I can't. I get it. You're Italian. Please stop. Ah!
She snapped the chair.
He goes, okay, now you are going to sit down, and I'm going to put 2 pics in your eyelids, and you are going to watch Joe Matarisa's entire catalog. The entire catalog.
And then you're going to listen to his podcast.
She goes, I'd rather die.
Well, that's sad. Yeah, that's going to be interesting when that comes out, because the trial, all the information is going to come out.
Yeah, I think he like admitted it like right away when he got caught. They got him at Newark Airport getting on a plane.
Fuck.
Yeah, his mom
was trying to get him out of town. Who I've forgiven since in my mind.
Why?
The mom?
Yeah.
My mom. If I slaughtered Christine, my mother would try to get me out of the country. She loves Christine. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is my mom's like my mom. She won't. I mean, she'd probably be like, are you sure you don't just want to turn yourself? You know what I mean? But like, if I was like, Mom, I got to get out of here. She's like, she's not going to tell on me.
My mom would.
Really?
But he's in the basement.
No. You have the Blow mom. Yeah, that's the mom from Blow.
Yeah.
You're not going to bring this garbage into my house.
I knew he didn't do it. He's not sober. He pretended like he had his shit together, but he doesn't. He should have been a hairdresser like me. Dawn's a fucking bad influence.
Dawn's the problem.
Yeah, she'd rat me out in a second.
Your mother, really?
She would, yeah, fuck yeah.
No, not you, Lou.
My mom.
DJ Lou, your mom?
No way. She's on my side.
She bury your body with you.
Yeah, she's not with us, but she was on my side.
I should call my mom. See, what do you think?
Christine, would your dad help you bury a body?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Jacob,
I don't think he'd tell my stepmom, but he'd help me.
would your family help you out of the country if you committed a vicious murder?
I'd like to think so.
But maybe not.
Maybe not. Damn. I think.
Which one
they're
turns
the
on
type
you?
that would.
Which one turns on
Maybe
you first?
should turn yourself in.
My father would probably turn on me for money. If
How much?
offered him money.
500.
No.
Just some press.
If you broke my dad off.
Cheap?
Broke my dad off 6 figures.
6 figures.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know. Can I be honest?
He'd turn on me.
What's 6 figures? Like a mil?
100 grand.
100 grand?
100,000.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I've always,
A mill's 7
Ma?
figures.
Ma.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's a voicemail.
Yeah, she'd turn me. She can't even answer the phone when I call.
Yeah. Was she going to help you out of the country? She doesn't even want to talk to you.
Yeah, she's cutting some old lady's hair right now.
Ma, I got to get out of the country. Finally.
I'm dying, Mrs. McGreevy's head. I'll call you back.
I remember saying that's the scene, that movie Blow. That's what stood out to me so much when I watched that. To like, you gotta, someone, Black Lou, make sure you go to the lobby until we have him in. Because there's going to be a walk right into the studio moment. And I hate that.
Jay doesn't like that.
Well, it's weird.
Yeah. Fucking.
It's come in, hey, Odie guy's on air, and then we have a whole weird fucking moment. It must suck on your end, Lou. You hate it.
There's a protocol.
There's
It's a protocol.
Goddamn protocol.
Go through the protocol.
Go through the fucking
Unless you're
protocol.
Ari.
Act like you've been to the party.
Unless you're Ari. Joe,
Ari shouldn't do
Colin,
it either.
Shane.
Shane.
Edie Falco.
Edie Falco also has that kind of pull with us.
Yeah, she does now.
Yeah, for sure.
Who doesn't?
But that scene, when I saw that movie in the theater, that scene resonated with me so much because I just thought right away, I'm like, whoa, dude, my mom, no way. Especially with the crimes that he was up for.
Yeah.
Just like high-level drug dealing. No way my mom would be like, it's immoral. I'm calling the police on you.
My mom, hello, Ma, you there? Oh, she hates me. I tell you what. Can I tell you
her
something?
answer machine is a fucking prank without her even knowing it.
Yeah.
Hello. You've reached Kathy.
When I got arrested for the first time when I was going to 13 in court, going to jail.
Hate crime?
No, not hate crime. Unarmed robbery, assault and battery, malicious destruction, trespass, and break of probation. I was on probation.
Burning down a church.
Nope. Not
Synagogue.
Nope. Robbing a pizza place.
That's pretty good.
But I was going to jail, and the judge, because I was so young, he was like, "Listen, first offense, I'm going to make his bail. They make your bail this much, but all you have to pay is this much," type thing. So it wound up being $10.
Really?
$10.
Jesus.
So they brought my bail down from, I don't know, there's 10,000 to $10 or whatever the figure was. It was $10. My uncle had 2,500 cash on him to get me the fuck out, and she was like, "No."
Let him stay.
Yeah, because she went in and saw a judge a month before, and she goes, "What do I?" She came in with all my. I used to make bongs because I loved weed so much. I used to make my own bongs. I used to steal like vases and shit and sit there and just carve holes. And I made all kinds. I made a bong out of a pool stick that was awesome. You could just stick it in the ground and spin it, and it was awesome. She took all my paraphernalia and brought it to the judge.
Oh, jeez.
And she's like, "What do I do?" And he's like, "Let him go through the system."
That's your enemy.
Yeah, she let me. I had to go downstairs. She was.
Kathy.
He goes, "It's $10," and she goes, "I'm not." She was crying.
Kath.
She was crying, and he was like, "You're not going to pay it." She's like, "No." He goes, "All right, take him away." Took me downstairs to the jail cell, and I was fucking crying, dying because I'm going away.
Yeah.
I'm going. I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm going away from.
And you can almost assume when you get there, you're going to be aggressively raped by every man there.
Yeah, it was it was kids.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the biggest kid.
The sweetest fruit, dude.
That was back like when remember Bad Boys? That type of shit. Like, so she came down, they let her come down to the jail cell, And she was crying her eyes out. She's like, Bobby, I'm sorry I had to do this. It's, it was hard. And I was like, I just looked at her. I just kept going, why? And I was crying. I'm like, why? And she's like, it's because you have to go through. And I just started doing push-ups.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Listen, my mom, I don't think my mom was above the, like, again, no long-term, like, repercussion, like, learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to beg her. I tell you, when I went to that school, when I went to summer school and was officially the only white kid there, and I got fucked with the second I got out of her car.
What did they do?
First, no one would I recognized a few people from my school.
That's why you're so good at saying laundry later in life.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of laundry at this school. Very little soap. But yeah, so no one would like talk to me. And the people I knew would like were almost giving me like I remember John Walden, one kid did the cut signal when I was like, John, what's up, man? And I just know him from my school. And he was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna be the guy who's talking to the one white kid here.
No shit.
And I was like, all right. And then they told me my class, and I was just getting side-eyed a lot. And then they told me my class that I was in wasn't starting for an hour still when I went inside. And I was like, oh, well, can I stay in here? They go, no, you can't be in the school if you're not, like, in a class. So I was like, I don't want to go, like, wait outside. It's just, like, bad out there. And they were like, you do whatever you want, but you can't be in the school. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, can we just go to, like, breakfast or something? Like, let's go to a diner real quick. Just come get me because I don't have to be back here for, like, an hour and a half or something. She goes, okay, but wait on the curb because, like, I'm not stopping there for long.
Because of all the laundry?
A lot of laundry. And
jump in.
Like, it was just particularly a shitty neighborhood part where Overbrook High School was. And I was like, all right. So I went outside while I was waiting for, like, a car pulled up and a guy, like, grabbed my shirt, like, pulled me in, like, the window. Over a girl. Like, there was a girl in the passenger seat. And he grabbed me and pulled me over a girl. And he had two friends in the back. And he just goes, you have any money? And I went, And he goes, you're going to have some tomorrow, though, right? And I went, uh-huh. And he goes, and you're going to have some for me every day for the rest of the summer, right? And I went, uh-huh. And then he let me go and laughed and drove off. And I sat there with a tear welling up in my eye when my mom pulled up and she got in the car, and I was just like, I can't go back there. Someone's guy's going to kill me, he says, if I don't bring him money every day. And then I went to some different thing for the summer.
She put you in another school?
Yeah.
Oh,
eventually,
good mom.
Eventually, yeah.
My mom
Not even eventually, the next day. No, I came back. It was $100, which was a lot.
You had to pay the guy $100?
Sure. No. It was $100 to go to this thing. It was another school, but it was like a room. It was like a storefront somewhere. It was run by a guy. I told you this before, I think, Jacob. He had like 18 like titles and monikers. It was like Dr. Reverend, something Brown, Esquire, DDS, CPA. He had 1,000 things. And whatever you were there for, because my buddy John went there too that year. He was going there from the get-go. That's how I even knew about it. And my mom was like, no, fuck that. You're going to go to Overbrook. And I was like, all right. And she didn't put me in this thing. Whatever you were there for, whatever class, you were just sat in this one class for like 2 hours a day, and he taught you nothing about any scholastics at all. It was the hierarchy of the mafia and how that's run.
This is great.
It was so much more fun than doing it. Me and my buddy John just sitting there, and he's like, I remember that line. He was like, that's where the first place I heard it was Dr. Martin Luther, DDS, fucking... Reverend Mister. He goes thinking about the John Gotti. He goes, the John Gotti go to jail, whole mafia fall apart. You see, you cut the head off the snake. Snake dies. And I was like, what a cool fucking line that is.
My mom just walked out and I was doing push-ups crying by myself.
I don't even care. But I think my mom would she tried to convince me to do the right thing. If I killed somebody and went on the run, she would try to convince me to do the right thing, but she would absolutely not be the person who would turn me in.
You're absolutely right, though. In the long run, what she did was right, because I'm the only friend out of all those kids that I hung out with.
It's either alive or not in jail.
They're all dead or, in jail. I mean, every single one of them.
I believe it.
Just fucked up, still on drugs or fucked up jail or dead. My best friend actually killed himself back then, that one guy. And they all got away, and all the other mothers were there, and they were calling my mom a fucking bitch. Because
For leaving you?
you wouldn't pay
No,
for
that's
your
the right
kid,
move.
you fucking bitch.
It's the right move.
Yeah.
On a level, a smaller level like
She did the
that,
right
it's like,
thing.
go experience the shit. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you fucked up. You can't be saved all the time. So I think my mom would definitely do like, Mom, if you got to come get me and get $50 or I have to go see the judge in the morning or something, she'd be like, you're going to see the judge in the morning. I'm not coming and putting $50. Like, you fucked up. What are you doing?
Absolutely. Me going through that shit probably saved me years on the, I hit my bottom way quicker than I would have.
Well, that's, my mom's the one, I tell you, the girl that I lied and said I had sex with in high school, I told a guy that I did because like he was like grilling me, and it made me feel like I was being like a lame person if I wasn't, even though we were children. And she found out that I'd said it. Didn't just take it like, tell people that's not true. It became like a parents involved situation. I got called into the principal with my mom, and the guy was like, if he's going to be expelled or he has to go make a public apology in the auditorium.
You had to do it in like a fucking Adam Sandler movie?
In a suit.
You had to get a suit?
A husky.
Oh, I wish there was iPhones back then.
It was gray.
It would be such
But I
a
had to
hit
go up there
TikTok video.
and
Just
tell-
some chubby kid in a suit. I'm sorry.
I had to go tell the school.
Some
that,
nasally chubby kid.
fat kid. Husky.
What would you give to have video of that today?
I'd kill for it. My mother, but I remember, but how confident I was when
Can we recreate that at Skankfest?
how confident I was when my mother goes, you know what, we'll talk about this with our guests.
Okay.
We'll talk about it with our guests when they come in, because I know we got to take a break.
We got to take a break. We're going way long.
We went way long, everybody.
We get like 7 reads, right, Lou?
You got one.
Wow.
One this hour, and then the other 6 are next hour.
We'll make it good, and we'll see if we get more.
Wow.
Oh, that really hurt.
Yeah.
There's a bunch coming.
No, that hurt though. The way he said that, he said, "Do them better, and we will get more." Are we bad at them?
I mean, listen, I used to be, but I feel like I've stepped up my game.
You did great yesterday.
Is it because I
I hope
call?
that he has one day that I did good.
Is it because I keep referring to the players on Prize Picks as laundry?
Oh, God. Yeah. We're not going to get more.
Well, this is not the commercial yet.
Okay.
No.
All right, well, let's take a break.